abdominal and eye injury. Condition: you're a member of a team on a mounted combat patrol. You witnessed an IED immobilize the convoy's lead vehicle. You are assisting medics with triage and treatment. You are behind cover, not under hostile fire, and your teammates have established a security perimeter. The medic performed a rapid trauma assessment on the first patient and determined that there are no other immediate life-threatening injuries. The medic directed you to treat the open abdominal wound and eye injury. You have a CLS bag and are not in a CBRN environment. The casualty is conscious. Standard: perform all tasks in sequence within 7 minutes without causing further injury. Alright, a couple things to look at here. What happened to my fucking board? Alright, 5 Charlie, it says, I think this is page 70 in your guys' books. But resecure bandage and blanket if needed. If you read up in the performance measures, it doesn't tell you when to put the blanket on. So when we do the demonstration, we will tell you when to put the blanket on. I recommend penciling that in so you don't forget it. Also, number 6, treat laceration. It's the only eye injury we're going to teach you guys. It's the only eye injury that you're going to train on. It's the only eye injury we're going to test on come test week, all right? So that means number 7, 8, 9, those are additional eye injuries. You can cross them out. We're not going to do them. Just forget about them. Don't even worry about it, all right? Any questions on that stuff before we begin? Alrighty, I'm going to hand it off to Sergeant Restrepo, Sergeant Gutierrez. They'll run you guys through the class.
Alright, when it comes to causing further injury, what we mean by that is don't step on the casualty, don't kick them, don't step on the hand,
please, sir.
Oh, sorry about that.
don't hit the eyes, don't apply pressure to the abdominal wound, don't grab the guts with your feet, don't drop them. Alright, so the first step is you're going to identify the entry wound and you're going to check for an exit wound.
So it's going to look just like this on test tape, and we'll be able to see the guts. So all I'm going to do is check for the exit wound. I lift my casualty up. I'm sweeping, looking at my hand, checking for the exit wound. I don't see one. I'm setting my casualty back down without causing any further injury.
Next, you're going to bend the knees up.
So it's a dummy. We get it. They're probably not going to stay. Don't sit here and like try and make them stick up or make them perfect. Just say it and then attempt it. Picking the knees up. That's all we gotta do.
From there, you're gonna turn the head to the side.
And then same thing with the head. It doesn't turn over. So we're gonna say it, attempt it, turning head to the side.
After that, you're going to expose the wound by removing the ACH, the flick, and opening the blouse.
And it'll help you a little bit with your cold fingers. If you just do these 2 clips instead of all 4, just throw it over his head.
Once the wound has been exposed, you're going to take your dressing, using the dry clean part, which is the white. You're going to consolidate the guts back to the center.
Consolidating guts without touching that white piece. Okay?
Yep, do not put your hand on this, do not let the white touch the ground or anything, right? Once the guts are consolidated in the center, you're going to take saline and spray it on the white.
Saline.
And you're going to apply the bandage and dress up the wound.
So there's a couple ways to do this. If you really wanted to, I can apply it just like this, and I can wrap it around with this dead weight on the ground. My fingers are cold, we got like a time limit, so the easiest way that we found to do this, step over my casualty, that causing any further injury. Place the white up, still without touching it on his chest. And if you can't see, you're more than welcome to pull it off. Gotta grab my wrap, and I stick it in his armpit like so. Cover that up, I want to kick him out of the tree. I'm gonna grab his belt line. The higher up I am, I need to be towards his hips. If I'm down here, I'm gonna do a whole bunch. Grab his hips, get my calves, and I'm just gonna squeeze like so, okay? Grab my roll, my bandage. I'm just gonna cover those guts. Now when I roll it, I want to completely cover all those guts and all the white of the bandage, right? So I start from the bottom, get my way up, make a good box. That's what's gonna come out, and then I just gotta hit the middle part. I'm not gonna use the pressure piece because that would cause further damage to the abdominal wound. I'm just gonna cover. We don't need one hole. Come around, put my two clips, I need to secure these two. They can be on the roof. And they need to be secure though, okay? Something else to help you. It's just put the bandage over itself. And that will stop any white workouts from showing. Just let them down without causing any further injury. Another way you can do that is by using the helmet, putting it on his back, and then you can still wrap it that way. For me, I think I have more room when I pick him up with my calves. I can really get underneath him, do what I need to do. So that's what I would prefer, but you can use the helmet on his back.
Once you have completed applying the dressing, the next step is treat for shock. You're going to unblouse the sleeves,
Unblousing sleeves,
undo the pants,
undoing pants,
unblouse the pants.
unblouse pants,
You're going to notionally remove the boots.
notionally removing boots.
And then you're going to apply the blanket.
The blanket doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to cover our casualty and not over our casualty's face, okay? Like so.
If you've done everything right up to this point, the grader will say the casualty is making vomiting sounds.
I'll turn my casualty over. When I'm doing this, I don't want to put pressure on the abdominal wound. Best way to do this, just grab the pants, shoulder, to the side.
The casualty has stopped vomiting.
That's my cue to set my casualty down without causing any further injury. Something a lot of people forget is after I sit them down, very first thing I'm going to do is go back to the knees. I'm going to say it, I'm going to attempt it. Placing the knees up. Same thing with the head. Putting the head to the side. Then I go and I reassess. I don't want to see any guts or what. Any guts or what. It's still secure. If it's not secure at this point, I go to reassess. And it looks like this. This is now my time. Make sure it's secure. Because that is go criteria at the end of the slate, okay? Alright, once I do that, I'm going to place the blanket back over my casualty. Not over my casualty's face.
From here, we're going to move up to the eye injury. The grader will stay. The casualty has a laceration to his left eye.
Very first thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to do it, I'm going to set, closing eyelids. Alright, I'm going to grab my gauze and my eye patch. Everybody sees how the eye patch is like a bolt? Alright, that's the piece. I'm going to put the bolt on the injury. If it's upside down like this, that'd be causing further injury, okay? So we run it down towards that injured eye. Grab my gauze. You need to wrap it at least once, because we need to put saline on it. It's suggested that you do it a couple times. It's going to keep it from going up and down, left and right when I'm wrapping the injury. Grab my saline. Saline. Place it on the injured eye. I can pick up the head without causing any further injury, and I can cover the ears fully. I just want to keep that nose exposed and completely cover the injury. Just gonna keep wrapping around. Piece. I'm just going to secure it, and make sure it's really in there and it's not going to fall out when I let it go, okay? Take my hands off, grader stops the time, the grader comes through, he doesn't see the injury, make sure that's secure. He's going to move your blanket, he's not going to see any guts or any light, he's going to make sure that your bandage is still secure, and you can go to the station. We got any questions?